13 weeks into our 36K challenge training. That means only 5 more weeks left. Yes, we are counting down. So I figured this week would be a good time to talk about some last minute prepping that you might have to do for the races. Also talking a little bit about tapering, and as always, some motivation, some extra motivation for your training. Let's go. At the beginning of our training, when we got our schedules, I told you write down the days that you can go running, so you have something to motivate you that you have to stick to go out running. Now, for the last 2 weeks of our training, you might need to adjust a little bit, and I'll explain why. Before the races, we'll be tapering. Now, tapering, if you don't know what that is, basically means we'll be taking it easier. This doesn't mean that we're just gonna sit on our butts watching TV, but we'll be running a little bit less the days right before our race. Like in the week of the races, we won't be running at all, but we will be walking around, doing some light exercises, but no long runs anymore. If you started at 10K at the beginning of the training, then the last week of the training you'll have 3 10Ks to run. So we'll have it a little bit easier that week. If you started at 5K, you still have a long run in there that week because you had a longer way to go. Try and schedule that run like early in the week, so that from there you'll be taking it easier. With the 10Ks, for if you started at 10K as well, try and schedule the runs during the week before the weekend. If you have to, maybe one on Saturday, but we need a little bit of a rest period to rest our muscles, get our body rested, so that we're ready for those races. Okay, 5 more weeks. That might seem like you still have a long ways to go, and it's still 5 weeks, but for some things time's running short. For instance, if we need to prep for some things for the races, like if you're planning on getting some new running gear, if you were planning on getting new shoes, if you need to get your costume sorted out, anything that you're going to be using while you're running, get that sorted out now. You need to be able to take it on your training runs to see if you're comfortable with it, to see if you can actually run in it or with it, so that you're not going to have a hard time during your race. So sort out your running gear. If you're planning on getting new shoes, getting some things for your costume that might prove a bit of a problem while running, figure that out now that you still have a little bit of time, so you don't have to do that last minute and cause you some stress. Also, now that everybody's complaining how hot it is and that they can't go running because it's too hot outside, end of September, it's not going to be so hot. In the morning, it's going to be pretty cold actually. So you might want to prepare for that as well. What I do is I always get an old sweatshirt or something that I can buy cheap at a thrift shop, or just a cheap shirt that I can throw away right before the race starts. Just throw it to the side, and Disney picks it up. They collect all the clothing and donate it to charity, so you don't have to be worried about it just going to waste. It goes to a good cause. Now, I put in an order yesterday on this app called Wish. We talked about them on my last video about the gadgets. They also sell clothing. I ordered 2 sweatshirts, 13 euros including shipping. So I have 2 shirts to keep me warm while I'm waiting. and I'm not gonna care about them. They were cheap shirts, so it's all good. Lately, it's been so hot that I haven't seen any animals around. They're probably just hiding away from the heat, from the sun. Today, it's actually a little bit cooler, and it's the first time I actually saw a bunny again. I also saw a ferret from far away, just running around across the road, but I can never get too close to those to film them. So, good thing I have a whole zoo at home. Now, last week I talked about running technique and the running clinic that I did. It's because I want to pay more attention to my running form. The last couple of months I haven't been paying that much attention to it. I'm paying more attention to filming, and my running form is suffering from it, and I think so is my speed, and in some ways my endurance. It's okay. I enjoy filming and making these videos, so I'm gonna keep doing that, and I'm not running to get across the finish line first anyway. So, but I want to run with good form so I can keep running and not have a hard time running while I'm filming. So now that I've been paying more attention to that the last 2 weeks, I've noticed that I can feel it in my muscles. I can feel it in my my calves, my feet, my arms a little bit. I'm paying more attention to how I place my feet on the ground, so that I can run a little faster, run with better form. The muscle ache is good because it means that it's working. It means that I'm doing something different that I'm supposed to be doing. So let's keep doing that. Keep running with good form and making good videos. What is that fly doing? Go away. I just talked to my friend Phil on the phone. He called me from the UK to see how I'm doing. I'm getting wet. It all of a sudden started pouring down, and I still have about 8K to go, I think. Not sure how far I am in my run. Not sure if I should wait it out, because according to my app, it's going to continue raining for the rest of the day. Okay, so I either keep going in that direction and keep running, finish my run, or run in that direction, go get a drink, and run on home. All right, let's keep going. Let's find out how waterproof this baby really is. Of course, something like this can happen during the race in Disney as well. It can start raining. Luckily, so far, I've never really had a race in the rain. I've had one in snow before, but yeah, not in the rain. I'm hoping to keep it that way. I'm not cutting this run short. It's already clearing up. Stopped for my water back there. Still made it to that point, and now it's 3 to 4K to get home. So we'll pick this up on the next run. Okay, run number 2 for the week. Today it's dry, let's hope it stays that way. My schedule calls for 16K and 18K this week for my long runs. In the rain, went a little bit further. I did 17K today, doing 18K. So let's go. Okay, 13 weeks of training. Now I know we're out there a lot. We're running long runs, so it's taking up a lot of our time. Now, it's easy to lose your motivation or to think, I've put in a lot of work, so it's fine to skip a day. Try not to skip your runs, because if you're skipping a run now, that's a long distance that you're missing from your schedule. So try and stick to it, try and keep going. In the beginning of our training, I told you to write down what you've done, to write down the kilometers or miles that you ran, your pace, the time you were out there running. So once you go back in your log, in your schedule, wherever you wrote it down, or if you didn't write it down but you have an app that keeps track of it, go back in your app, go to the first week and see what you were doing then. Then go to the second week, third week, keep moving forward to see how much you've improved, how much better you've become, how much stronger, how much longer you're out there running, how much distance that you've increased, that you can actually run now, that maybe you never thought you would actually get to. You did that, you've achieved that through working for it, through getting out there and sticking to your training. Now we have 5 more weeks to go. So it's still a little ways to improve, to get stronger. We're doing long runs, so we're conditioning our bodies to stay out there longer for those races that we're doing. So that you can cross that finish line for the 36K challenge, that half marathon, that 10K, that 5K. And you will achieve that because you're training, you're sticking to it, you're running. So that you can cross that finish line, that you will achieve whatever goal that you set out to do. So let's keep going. I hope I was able to motivate you a little bit more this week to stick to your training, to keep going out there, to keep running and working on it. If you enjoyed this video, you can let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, so you don't miss out on any of the other videos. And if you just can't get enough, I'm also now on Instagram and on Twitter, so you can stalk me there. I was already on Facebook, so you can still find me there. If you haven't joined the 36K challenge group on Facebook, join the group so we can all motivate each other. And make sure you check out Sweatcoin so you can get paid for your running. The link for that is in the description, and all the other information is there too. Until next time, get out there and run.